I'm currently so annoyed every day in this facility because yeah, it's just they don't want to let go of my energy, like whoever like these people are, like whether it's like family members, parental figures, like communities, like past communities, old communities, organizations, like whatever, like they still don't want to let go of my energy, and it's just like really annoying, like, you know what I mean? So every day I'm just a little irritated about it because there's not much I can do about it, right? Because it's like spiritual, you know what I mean? So it's just like every day I'm just like having to like deal with my life head on, and face my anxiety and all of that, which has like been my main focus, because people wanted me to suffer from like really bad anxiety, which I did have really bad anxiety, but it was worse when I was younger, when I was a kid, than it is now, I would say. Basically I just want to make this video in case anyone relates to it and comes across it, because I'm currently in like a really weird position in life, and where like people don't want me to get like support or resources or help or anything like that. So like it's just basically like trying to like trust the process is like where I'm at. But yeah, it can be really tough when people don't want to let go of your energy, because that means like they're using it for themselves, and then like basically they're just harassing you every day, all day, trying to shame you all day, every day. That's basically what it's like to be me, and what I've had to go through, and what I've been going through, even more since I've been in this facility. Like not like directly to my face, like not like, you know what I mean, like it's spiritual. So it's like people from my past, whether it's like fake childhood friends that were never really your friend, old ex-abusers, bullies, whoever they are, like those are all the people that have basically been the reason for why I'm in here. And then like people shaming me for being in here, but I didn't have a choice due to my circumstances and like events that happened. And it's like if it wasn't for being in here, I would be like probably on the streets. I would have been dead by now. So like at least I have a roof over my head. Like that's kind of how I look at it, but I'm still being shamed every day for just like existing, being me, which is like really hard existing in general, because I don't even want to exist. But like you literally can't even, like most of the time, but you literally can't even do anything in this facility anyways. It's like basically sucks for everybody who just doesn't want me to be here. Like they have to just get over it, because I can't do anything in this facility anyways, but I wouldn't want to. But like I just think it's funny how many people just don't want me living. Like they don't want me having freedom, they don't want me having rights. They basically just want to control and police everything, like they've been doing in my life for like at least the past like 8 years. It's crazy. I mean longer than that. Some of these people have been like over 15 years. They've been targeting me, trying to unalive me, things like that. It's crazy. And like when you talk about your story to people, it's just gonna sound insane. Like no one's gonna believe you. No one really believes me. No one even really wanted to hear my side of the story, just because like a majority of people say this or say that, so that's who like people go with, which is like fine, because but it's also taught me like not to care about like people's opinions and like what they're saying or doing, because like everyone's gonna have one. So, and also taught me like who's really there for me, and it's like really nobody, because I'm going through this alone. It's like if someone was really there for me or cared or wanted me to get the support or resources I needed or the help I needed, I wouldn't be in this position, like to begin with. At least that's how like I look at it. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. If you've ever had to deal with being in facilities, having to get help and support for yourself on your own, then you're probably gonna relate to this video. You can just like comment below if you have anything to say about it, or anything mental health related that could be helpful. You can just comment below, or just share my video or something. But yeah, it's like basically people are just like parasites, like using my energy for everything. But it was like people I knew, people I didn't know, people well known, people not well known, like regular people or people from my hometown or like communities where I was from. And I had to like move up out of those communities just to be able to get support for myself. Like it's sad, but like that was what I had to do. And yeah, I don't really know like where my life path is gonna take me, but I know I'm protected, so when people are mad about it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to like whatever the future holds, whatever, with the remainder of however long I'm gonna be on this earth. And yeah, I'm looking forward to just basically like rediscovering myself, my life, not under anyone else's terms, because like that's always been a thing my whole life. People always tried to control me. If it wasn't like my parental figures, it was like people outside of them, people that were sent in my life, paid to be in my life just to like torment me, harm me, try to kill me, whatever, things like that. It's like I couldn't even really live because like that was going on basically my whole entire life. And it sounds weird because a lot of those things you can't see like with the physical eye, you can only see like spiritually. So to the outside people, it might sound like I'm crazy or like they don't get what I'm talking about because they didn't see it for themselves. But yeah, and it's just a lot of people shaming me, blaming me, harassing me every day in the energy, but it's all the people living off my energy or that are guilty of some shit. So they're trying to put the shame and put everything on me basically every single day. So yeah, and it's really like people making my situation their business when it really has nothing to do with them. But they're still trying to make it their business, and it's not like they're here to help me. They're just here to like trying to put me down or just like make sure I don't ever get help in my life just so they can live. Like it's like I basically can't live my life so other people can live their life. Like it's so weird. So it's like I haven't really been able to do much with my life or like really accomplish much because of it. Because it's spiritual, right? So it's like other people, for example, they could live their life, they could have their love life or like their sex life, like, but off of my energy, like, you know what I mean? Like they got it off of my energy. So like I couldn't even do anything because they were living off my energy. Like that's just an example like of what I had to go through. It is weird, but then again, like rejection is protection, whatever. But like also, and then like either way I would get shamed whether I did anything or whether I dated someone or I didn't date someone or I was around someone or I wasn't around them, whatever. Like I would get shamed either way, but if I didn't do anything I'd still get shamed. So like I don't know, it's just like dealing with that factor, which can like make my anxiety worse. It's something that I've had to like figure out how to do, because it's like pretty much every day people are just like shaming me for just existing in the energy, even if it's not like to my face. But I think everyone goes through that, like maybe just to certain degrees, not as much as me, because like at the end of the day, like everyone's a human being, even though I feel like I'm not, like people haven't treated me like I was a human being. So it's like I don't really know how to live my life. I don't really know how to exist as a human being because I'm still figuring it out, I guess you could say. But yeah, I've adapted to like the changes, whatever is going on. Like it feels good to be alone and to try to like be on an independent path, which is the path I was always supposed to be on. It's just nobody wanted me to be on it. They didn't want me having independence. They didn't want me having housing. They didn't want me having friendships, relationships. They didn't want me basically existing. They just wanted to live up off of me. And they just wanted me to feel worthless every day, which is like something that I struggled with since I was a child and shit like that, which I probably felt more worthless when I was a child than I do now. But like I still feel like it's still the same. Like I still struggle with like those thoughts and feelings, and a lot of times it doesn't come from like inside. I mean it can, but like internally, but like it comes from like other people and like people trying to basically tell us what to do, control us, or just not be very understanding of you or your situation. But those aren't the people that are meant to be in your life. So it's like basically if I just have to have no one in my life in order to start over, then that's what has to be. But like also I dealt with like so much like being a victim of crime and things like that, and then like also like identity theft and all that. Like I should have been able to like change my name, like change my identity, like relocate, like make it so like no one knows who I am type of thing, because the situation was that bad. Like the situations I was in was that bad. Like I should have been able to receive some sort of help, but like I just didn't yet for whatever reason. Like people just didn't want me having like freedom or rights is like what I want to say. Like yeah, so like trying to cope with that is really hard because that's not like what the average human being or the average person is going through. Whether you're a man or a woman, like they're not going through that, so it's like hard to like explain. And then there's so many people too that will just like tell you you deserve it, you deserve to be in this position, you deserve this or that, but maybe your life path was just harder, maybe you just had to learn harsher lessons than other people. and go through harsher shit, which like I feel like I was like heavily judged for, like it was out of my control. And I feel like even now the situations I'm in or places is out of my control. Like I don't have control over what's gonna happen or like the actions of other people. I only can have control over myself. So yeah, I just think it's crazy how people still won't let go of my energy, especially people from my childhood who were like paid to be my friend. So I couldn't really have friends after that because people were paid to be my friend and paid to destroy my life and to just destroy me as a person, basically. And then even people I didn't know, obviously, were paid to. But it goes back to I want to say, like, my family members, like, the community I came from, I grew up in. I want to say, basically, I want to say my parental figures, but I want to say more so my mother figure and my sibling. They just didn't want me to have anything. They didn't want me to be like desirable. They didn't want no one to like me. So then that kind of like went out to like everybody, like sent the message to everybody, I want to say. But I feel like it's because I had generational curses to break and things like that. Like those who get it, those who don't. Like, it's not for the weak. So yeah, I just wanted to basically post up on here because there's a lot of people in my energy, especially fake ass people from my childhood who don't want me to grow, didn't want me to have anything, wanted me to stay like a child or whatever. They're constantly in my energy, trying to shame me, blame me, don't want me to speak, don't want me to be seen, don't want me to have a platform, want to continue lying on me to the whole world or whatever the hell. And then also like just people don't want to let go of my energy, I don't know, because they know what's gonna happen when they do, or when they're gonna get their karma or whatever. But it's like people don't want me to get the resource, support, help I need. It's like they're only gonna make it worse for themselves, because it's like, okay, that's just gonna backfire, and then you're probably gonna get really, really bad karma because you're putting your nose in my business trying to make it like so I don't get help. But like you wouldn't like it, like somebody else wouldn't like it if someone did that to them. So it's like I'm not understanding where people are like, oh yeah, that's gonna make sense and I'm gonna feel better if I make sure she can't live. Like eventually there's gonna be some type of like repercussions or whatever. But it's, yeah, a lot of people just use me for my energy and they just didn't want nothing to do with me as a person, or they just didn't care to get to know me. But I was like, it's cool because I'm not really comfortable around a lot of people, or people in general, due to like my childhood and like my upbringing and like things that I went through that were just like abnormal, like my experiences and things like that, which I might get more into detail on this channel if I feel like posting about it. It might be kind of graphic, detailed, so I don't know if I'm gonna like actually talk about it or not, but like it just was like completely abnormal. So it was like really weird to go from like teenage years to adulthood, and then people still wanted to treat me like I was a teenager, or like I'm a teenager. I just think it's weird just because it benefited them, and they wanted to live off my energy literally forever. So like basically they could only live if like I didn't have a life, or like I didn't have rights or freedom to like do as I want, or like whatever. So yeah, just a lot of fake false narratives and things like that I constantly had to like deal with. But it's like no one would ever ask me for the truth, but it's like I had to learn to just let it go, because I was like, no one really cares. At the end of the day, people are gonna believe what they want to believe, so like who gives a fuck, really? But yeah, I think that like eventually things will like balance out for me. I just have to like stay positive, which I can be a pessimistic person at times. I think everybody can. It's like in everybody's nature. But the thing that's good about like being here is like nobody really judges anyone. Everyone's kind of going, if they do, like everyone has their own issues or is going through something. Then outside it just feels like the whole world's like judging me, which is like I'm used to it, but I just think it's worse since I was placed in here. So yeah, I think I'll be able to like figure it out on my own, which is something I always wanted to do, but I feel like it's harder to figure things out on your own because most people have a support system. I didn't have that. Like even if it looked like I did have any support system at any point in time, it was false. Like it wasn't real. It was like a setup, basically. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. If you have any sort of like comments or anything to say about it, then definitely you should comment, or I don't know, just like my video or share it. But yeah, I think that at the end of the day, it's just energy, and it's all spiritual, so it's like hard to really tell like what's going on, or like what the energy is all the times, because just because you pick up on something doesn't mean it's real or it's happening. I think a lot of times people just try to like make me feel like, oh, I'm like psychotic, or like what I'm thinking or feeling isn't real, but it is. But yeah, only you know what to do that's best for your situation, or like your well-being. You can't really let anyone decide that for yourself, and that's where I'm at. Like, but there's certain things I have to do where I don't have a choice because of the position that I ended up in. But I'm still trying to be hopeful that I'll like figure it out and everything, even though people do not want me to. But it's just all the people from my communities that were living up off me, living in my identity, like just literally trying to erase me. That's basically what was happening my whole entire life. Like, people were trying to just erase me completely, and then people wanted to make fun of me for like why I couldn't live my life, or like what was going on with me. But like literally, it's like spiritual. It's like you wouldn't understand. Most people wouldn't understand it, right? So yeah. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say that could be helpful. Yeah, just coping skills, like learning different coping skills, or like doing what you like to do. Like, I do a lot of art, but like different kind of art than what I was used to since I've been in this facility, and just like doing things to get things off my mind. Yeah, so that I stay sane, because the whole point of the tactics everyone's using against me is just so I go crazy. They want me to go crazy, but it's not gonna happen. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get up off here. Hope you liked my video.